What's going on? This is Cody, and you're watching B-Boy 45, broadcasting from Seacrest Studios. I got Chris here. I got Maya here. And you know what? We've got a very special guest on the phone. Of course, we've got a very special edition of the latest news to keep you in the groove with Maya. Maya, who is on the phone with us?
Steve Everett.
Steve Everett, Nashville singer-songwriter. Steve, are you there?
I'm totally here, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, we're totally excited to hear from you, too. Maya, take it away, girl.
Okay. So since you've moved to Nashville, is someone that you've met that you've been really starstruck by?
Besides us.
Yeah, we're pretty famous.
Yeah. That's a great question. Also, hey, Maya, it's nice to talk to you again.
Me too.
Yes, so I've lived here for about 6 years. And within like two weeks of living here, I went to the grocery store that's next to my house, and Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman were standing next to me while I was buying ice cream.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So what did you do?
Yeah.
I bought a lower calorie ice cream than I normally would have.
More
Some frozen
importantly,
yogurt.
what were they buying?
They were just browsing. I think when you're that thin and famous, you just kind of look at ice cream, but you never buy it.
Oh, I was like just browsing the whole grocery store.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
I hope they were buying something there.
No, Keith was a lot shorter than I thought he would be, but they were both just very like they were sweet. I just kind of waved, and they were like,
Hey, what's up? We're just famous is all.
Yeah.
yeah, just being famous in the grocery store.
Yeah. So I know that you play the guitar, but do you play any other instruments?
I do. I play the harp strings.
The
Like,
what now?
Like the big one, like you sit and you strum it.
Like
No, I'm
angels?
kidding. That was a joke about tugging on people's heartstrings.
We're like, whoa.
No, I play piano a little bit. Well enough to like I played in college, and I write songs on piano sometimes. And then also, I fake it at drums. I play drums every day because it's such a cool instrument, and I've always been jealous of drummers. And so I practice every day, but I'm not good yet. But that doesn't mean I won't be at one point, you know?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your songwriting process?
Absolutely. I write a lot. Like I don't have specific times or anything or like a schedule that I stick to for writing. I just kind of, sometimes I'll be driving to a show and I'll think of a cool idea and I'll, pull over to a rest area and get my guitar out and just write it, right then and there. Or sometimes I'll just kind of be going through a tough time and, something will kind of just be nagging at me or I'll just kind of feel sad. And then I'll basically kind of turn a negative into a positive. If somebody is mean to me or, so I'm going through some struggle, I'll write a song about it. And then now I have this song that I can sing. And it's literally, turning the negative thing into a positive thing. But sometimes you have an idea for a melody and you'll just kind of wake up with some line in your head like, blue doo 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 doo, and you're like, well, what's that? I want to explore that. And then you'll find some words that kind of fit, and then it just kind of turns into a song. It's kind of a hard to explain process when it happens like that. And then other times, you'll have a cool idea, and then you'll sit down and, kind of find the music to go along with it. So I kind of do it every different way. I just kind of let it happen naturally. I don't really try to force the process at all. I just kind of am always thinking about writing songs, and then when I think of a cool idea or something, I just kind of sit down and try to capture it.
Nice. That little melody you hum now belongs to us, by the way.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm a giver.
Good. Maya's going to take it and remix it and then have the next big hit. Right, Maya?
Sure. Once I figure out how to do that.
Steve will help you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maya, the way that you figure out how to do it is that you just start, and then you're going to be really bad at it for a good while, and that's okay because I wrote terrible songs from the time I was like 10 years old until I was like 15 or 16. And then one day I wrote a good one, and I was like, oh, man, I finally wrote a good one.
Just got to keep trying.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a song of yours that has a really special place in your heart?
Yes, a song called "Bad for Business" is from my first record. The record's called "Reciprocity," and I wrote that when I had the idea for that song while I was at a party at a friend's house in North Carolina, where I grew up, and there were people in every room at this house, and so I wanted to go outside so I could have some privacy to try to, capture that idea and turn it into a song before I, forgot it. And I walked outside, and it was pouring down rain, and I didn't have my car with me, and so I didn't really have anywhere to go where I could get privacy. And so I grabbed my guitar, which was in her house, and I grabbed an umbrella, and I sat down on her porch in the pouring rain and wrote this song sitting crisscross applesauce with my umbrella kind of wedged between my feet, just in the rain. And I wrote the whole song like that. And every time I sing it, and it turned out to be one of my more popular songs, but every time I sing it, I kind of reconnect with that memory. And it's I could draw you a picture of everything that was happening then. I remember it really vividly. So I love playing that song.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of music?
My favorite type of music is the music that you're going to create when you're like 25.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
I have a time machine, and I can already tell you that you become very successful. No, I love anything that's fun and that still has interesting lyrics. So like I love songwriting, and so I love songwriters. But at the same time, like I really like music that's just fun and you can kind of bop around to or dance to and just kind of lifts your spirit. And that's kind of what I try to make too. So I always loved people like Tom Petty. And then nowadays, like that's what I love about Macklemore is he makes, he has these like great lyrics and positive messages a lot of the time, but it's still really fun, upbeat music. So anything that is fun to have on and also makes you think, that's what I like.
Cool. Yeah, so do you know when you'll come back to Denver?
I'm going to come back when the Broncos are good again.
You might be waiting a while.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a huge Broncos fan. And that's why I feel like I was able to make that joke. No, I don't know when I'll come back, but I've got a bunch of friends there, and I really loved playing for you guys at Seacrest. So I'm sure it'll be within the next 6 months or so because I love Denver and I love hanging out with you guys for sure.
That's awesome. Well, whenever you're back, man, you've got a seat in our studio waiting for you.
I love it. Next time we're going to do more dancing. I didn't do near enough dancing in front of the Seacrest cutout.
Yeah.
Area.
Perfect. We'll have that time carved out for you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so when you were here, you said that one of your songs was in a video game. And do you like have a favorite video game?
I am a nerd, and I don't even own that video game NASCAR Heat 2 came out like a month ago, and my song Chemical Weapon is on it, and it's been really funny, and people have reached out that have heard about me through that game, so it's been really cool, and they sent me a couple of copies of it, but I don't even have a system that I can play it on. So I'm such a nerd that when I'm when I'm home and I don't have shows to play, I just feel like I should be making the most of my time by, either writing songs or booking more shows or talking to people at the Seacrest Studios in Denver.
Yeah.
And so I really don't play video games all that much. We do have an old system downstairs at the house I live in, and we really like to play Tiger Woods golf, which makes me sound super old. But
No.
I mean, if
What
you
is that,
just-
an old PlayStation?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just said Pac-Man, we'd have been like, yeah, you're really old. But Tiger Woods golf, not too bad.
It's in the last 20
Well,
years.
I meant to Maya. It probably makes it sound.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I have to say, I have heard his name before. So
She knows he's a guy.
yes,
she
I
knows
know
that
he's
about
a
him.
golf player.
He's a golfer
He's a golf player. She knows that.
who hurt his back, and he's not good anymore, which is a bummer.
Totally. Maybe you guys could give him some treatment at the hospital.
Right.
Yeah,
we
you'll
do
just-
have great doctors here.
You should just come
There
on
you
by,
go.
and I'll teach him how to get a swing back. That's what I'll do.
Yeah. Perfect. Maya, do you have a favorite video game?
Oh, she's thinking
She's like,
Pac-Man.
you can just say Candy Crush.
Say
It's my
Say
favorite.
Tiger Woods golf
I
on the
don't
PS2.
think That game.
She says she does not
Yeah.
like Candy Crush.
Yeah, I like Mario
Kart.
and Just Dance.
Ooh, I like Just Dance. That's a good
Yeah.
choice.
Nice. Those are very healthy games to like. I feel like those aren't violent. I approve. You got a good mother.
Nice. Thumbs up from Steve Everett.
Yeah.
What else you got, Maya?
Yeah. So do you have a favorite game that you like to play? That's not a video game, but
Yeah, I love anytime there's like a group of my buddies around. You know the heads up charades game that
Oh, sorry.
Cody does.
yeah.
yeah, you know that game. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we all have that on our phones, and when I have if it's the right group of friends that are over, where everybody's going to get into it and have a good time. I love doing that because you get to be so silly, and I love that it like films you so you can see how much of a spaz you're being when you're trying to act out all this stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Ellen's Heads Up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so cool.
Yeah. She is.
Now these questions might go back to a prior date, but we told Maya to go ahead and ask them anyways.
The question she prepped for last week.
Yeah, or 2 weeks ago.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I had some Halloween questions. And I know it was last week, but
It's still a good holiday, so we
Yes.
need to find out. Inquiring
Yeah.
minds want
I'm
to know.
into it.
yeah. Do you still like to dress up like in a costume for Halloween?
I do. I like to do anything that's silly.
Silly stuff.
No,
Yeah.
not you. You seem pretty serious.
I know.
You're a pretty straight-laced guy. Gotta loosen
Yeah,
up a little bit.
Yeah. So did you dress up this year, or?
I actually did not this year, and I was so bummed because it was the first year that I missed in a long time. But I had to drive from New York all the way to Georgia, and so it was just like I had no I had no costume stuff with me, and I was just going to be on the road the whole time, and so I was very bummed. But I definitely love making like really silly costumes, and I don't ever dress up as like a ghost or a devil or anything. It's always like a really friendly character or like something that's really dumb but kind of clever.
Nice. Those are the best
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favorite Halloween movie?
Ooh. That's a good question. A Halloween movie. Probably. There was a movie that when I was a kid came out called Arachnophobia, and it was like about spiders. And if you watch it now, it's so crazy how much better we've gotten with like computer animation and stuff.
Right.
Because now you watch it and it's just like you can tell that it's just like a big fake spider. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
That's so true. It's so true.
Yeah. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
a tough one.
My favorite candy in general for any day or moment is Reese's Cups. I'm
Good choice.
a slave to Reese's Cups.
That's serious.
Now, can I ask a follow-up question
You just did.
again? Now, we were talking about this a little bit earlier today. Do you have any maybe unique Thanksgiving traditions, or even not unique, just something that you're looking forward to doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so the past few years, my buddies and I have done a Friendsgiving and just kind of had all of our friends that don't go home for Thanksgiving because their families are too far away. So we do it here in Nashville at my house and just have a bunch of friends over. And, we all cook, and so we all have, like, our things that we do. And I am the designated deviled egg maker.
Ooh.
Deviled
And
egg maker.
oh man, I love deviled eggs. I'm a Southern boy too. Like we're all Southern boys, so you just got to have them down here. And so I have this I take it seriously. It's a big thing for me, and so I use this like spicy mustard, and they're just good. And that's my Thanksgiving tradition for sure.
Man, that sounds good. Got me hungry now.
Yeah, I'll whip some up next time.
Please do. We'll have a dance party and deviled eggs.
And it'll just smell like boiled eggs in there.
Love that smell.
Not far off from the normal smell in here, so it's pretty good.
My last question is, who do you consider to be a real-life superhero and why?
Real life superhero and why? That is a good question. I like that I haven't had any time to like think about these, so they're just like really genuine reactions. A real life superhero, probably. And I have a lot of heroes.
I think you stumped him with this one.
There's just so many people. I listen to a lot of podcasts about different organizations that are fighting for equal rights for people, and honestly, just the type of people that really inspire me are people who never get famous for the goodwill that they do and for the change that they inspire. So whether it's political or any other way, like I find myself getting really inspired by people who do the right thing because they want to help people and not necessarily because they want to get rich or famous. We talk about that a lot with my friends and I about, do you want to look good or do you want to be good? And so I in terms of real life superheroes, people who use their platform to make everybody else around them happy. Like I really love following Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on social media because, he really, he'll fly a family around the world to hang out with them on set because, they've been through a tough time recently. And, he posts all these messages on social media just kind of trying to encourage people. And obviously he is rich and famous, but he's using that platform to help other people. And then, people who just are behind the scenes, I find myself getting really inspired. When somebody cures a disease, they were just the last scientist, to kind of put the last piece of a puzzle together. And all the scientists and workers before them that did a lot of the legwork, that they're just as important, and nothing could have happened without them. But we tend to only make the person who puts the last piece of the puzzle together the famous one. And so I really try to celebrate people who are just, ordinary people who are part of the process and who don't get all the credit, but they deserve just as much for sure.
That might be one of the more unique answers we've had to that question. That was awesome, man.
It might be the best answer we've had to that question. Maya always asks everyone that, and that was a very good response. Sincere,
I also
genuine,
didn't
and
answer it.
right off the cuff. We appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. I'm happy to do it.
All right, Maya. Well, Steve, thank you so much. We loved having you here. You were so much fun. Now, okay, wait. Can I ask him one question real quick?
Yeah.
Your song that you played for us that I told you that I liked, the one that talks about slap bracelets.
Yeah.
Tell me the name of that song.
So that song is called LMNOP, and
Eh.
it's a brand new song. And I'm working on a record right now, and it's on this record.
Okay. I wasn't kidding. You get us that song. I want to play it right here on this station. I love that
Absolutely.
song. Oh, Maya has
Yeah.
Maya has something.
Well, there was another one that you played that. Now I just forgot the name of it. Like I
Was it
remember
Sofa in the
that.
Sea?
What?
Sofa by the Sea?
No,
Sofa in
it
the
was
Sea?
the one about like a fan.
Oh, about a fan?
Oh, 4-hour fan?
Yeah, 4-hour
Don't-
fan.
The one with all the words in it?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards, like I was looking it up, trying to find it on YouTube because my mom and I liked it so much.
Yeah.
So we were like looking up all your songs.
Did you find them on YouTube?
No, not that one, but I found other songs. So
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 4-hour fan, I'll send you a link. That actually is one that I wrote back when I was a freshman in college, and it was a song that we recorded with my old band. So I'll send you a link to it, and you can have it for free.
Oh, wow.
Well, dang, dog.
How
That's
cool.
awesome.
And Steve, just in case kids are watching upstairs and want to know more about your music, where might they be able to find it online?
Yeah, you can just go to steveeverett.net, and Everett is EVERETT, steveeverett.net.
Excellent.
Yeah, we've got a picture of you up on our screen right now with your name, thankfully, correctly spelled.
Yep.
So
Beautiful.
So yeah, so if you guys see that name right there, boom, steveeverett.net, check that out. His music's there, and definitely get it. And go to, hey, if you're watching us from Nashville, which I don't know how you would have done that, you're hacking from our system or something, then go to Steve's shows. Do you play around Nashville a bunch?
Yeah, I play every couple months here in town, but for the most part, I tour all over the country. So you never know where I'm going to be.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well,
Yeah.
Steve, thank you so much. Like I said, we had so much fun when you were here. We've had a great time chatting with you today.
thank you so much for calling in, and I had a lot of fun interviewing you. So thank you.
Thank you, Maya. I think you're an awesome young lady, and I was happy to do it. I'm so sorry that the first time we were supposed to do it, I just messed up the time zones because I'm a dummy.
You know what? Time zones are confusing.
It tricks a large handful of people who
Yeah.
call in, so don't worry about that. I think we're all right.
That's right.
Okay,
We
well,
appreciate
good.
that.
Well, thank you guys so much. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll definitely come back and visit.
Okay,
All
we
right.
can't wait.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Maya.